Hello my friends and welcome back to Ultimate Minecraft, episode number 28. I'm so excited to have you all here. As you guys saw in that little opening introduction time-lapse thing, words, we now have a lot of cobbled deep slate and oh my word, there has to be an easier way to do this. Why can you not just craft things out of regular deep slate? Why does it have to be the cobbled variant? It is ridiculously frustrating, and I don't have any regular deep slate here to prove my point at the moment. Also, yes, there are a lot of furnaces in front of me right now. We do have a house with some automatic blast furnaces, and you guys have seen this before in previous videos. I do not think I've shown you guys this one, but in the purple roofed house, tower house that we built, I do have an automatic regular furnace. And yeah, this one just wasn't fast enough for me, because I made a thing. So the blue shulker box has a ton of cobbled deep slate, which is great. We're going to be using that today. But in this grey shulker box I have a lot of things. Amongst those things I also have 4 stacks of bricks. My friends, do you have any idea how hard it is to actually get large quantities of bricks if you're not trading with villagers? Bricks, my friends, are horrible to acquire. And to prove my point, here are some clay bricks. You need 4 clay bricks per block of bricks. That's just brick and that's bricks. Anyway, I have 4 stacks of this stuff. I needed 12. Now gathering them are fairly easy if you go to a lush cave and just get the clay there. And I even went ahead and made a fortune shovel for that purpose. But damn, smelting up 12 stacks of bricks, my friend, that took a very, very long time. However much effort it might have been, and it really wasn't that much effort, it just required me filling all of these furnaces for some clay bricks. We have a bunch of resources. I now have a lot of cobbled deep slate, and I have 4 more shulker boxes over here, all filled with various interesting resources that we are going to use to build in today's episode, my friends. I've also got a whole bunch of oak slabs because we need to get very, very busy, and we're gonna have to build another road. Now, I'm not gonna subject you to another time lapse of me building a road, unless you really want that. Let me know down in the comments. Do you guys like those sorts of time lapse, just upbeat music, me doing random things like, you know, building a really, really long road, or would you prefer me just skip over them? The road I'm going to be building is going to go here, and I've already sculpted the landscape a bit, and if you know, you know, you can see that this landscape has been altered, but it's not, it just doesn't just jump out your face. So we're going to bring the road up all the way over here, and go over and across, and we're going to come into the mesa bit over here. This is where I'm going to be building a bit of a harbor section to the New World area. We're gonna build a dock and a boat, and no, not all of this is happening in this one episode. These are my plans for the next couple of episodes, because this is how I intend to connect this world, the New World, to the old world, which is off in that direction thematically. So, I have a road to build, my friends. We have the making of a road. I've put slabs in everywhere so that it is a nice and smooth transition up and down all over, and I've started the walkways over here, similarly to how we did a raised walkway over at our spider farm way off in that direction. I think here on the mesa section we're going to do a raised walkway, because that's, in my mind, that is supposed to be clay, and clay soil just gives way underfoot, so you'd like a more stable walkway underneath, especially if you're pulling carts and having horses and things walk. I think that makes a lot more sense in my head, at the very least. But yeah, I'm gonna stop the road there. We're not gonna be working in that section today. That will be next episode probably. Today I'd like to get a couple of buildings in here beside this raised walkway and maybe link this walkway up to our monkey temple. By the way, if you want to see me build that and you haven't, for whatever reason, seen the previous episode, go ahead and check that out. Link in the cards, description, doobly-doos. You guys know how that all works. Really, really happy with how that statue turned out. But yeah, so I want to build things there, and I want to build something here beneath me. You can still see some of the dirt around. I swept a layer off of here. I might do one more layer just to give me a nice big, like, courtyard kind of thing. Because I'm thinking this village, they don't farm, right? They don't have crops. They don't have farmers necessarily. They produce other kinds of resources, and they trade those resources maybe with the old world way off across the ocean. So they need a spot where they can just trade, right? Where traveling merchants can come in, lay out their goods. These guys can come out, they can lay out their goods, and they can trade with one another. They can do business. So that is the main thing that I want to build here, and that's going to happen down here. But first, I'm going to spend a little bit, might be a couple of hours, and I'm just going to build up 2-3 little houses here. Nothing big, nothing extravagant. They're going to be things like that, like this red roof, and maybe a tower or two, maybe to get a bit of height. Maybe. We'll see. That's what these shulker boxes are for. That's why I have a ton of resources with me. Oh, and I'm not going to give you guys a time lapse of me building on the mountain, because that's a bit of a more difficult thing. So I'm going to sit and focus, I'm going to build some houses, and then when we get down to this part, you'll definitely get a nice upbeat time lapse to watch. My heart is sitting in my throat right now. My friends, creepers. Ah, there's another one. No, 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 no. It blew up. God dang it, creepers. Why? Why are creepers a thing? Ah, go away. I've got a big hole. I had a hole, now I have a big hole. No, not okay. What feels like an absolutely unwarranted amount of time later for what I have accomplished. Boom. We have a couple more buildings down there. I like it. I had initially intended on building down all the way, but for a couple of reasons. One being that I really don't want to build any more of those houses right now. And two, I actually think that if I just build houses on either side of this road coming down, they will look very detached from the rest of the village, which sits over there. Whereas these, I think, are just on the border of not necessarily being detached, but kind of being the entrance. So I've built them small, especially these three. They're very small. They're not incredibly intricate, but they are intimate, I believe. And all of these buildings have their own little language to them. Each one is built very differently, different styles, different roof shapes, different materials. I really like it. Obviously the bigger one, it's weird. A couple of episodes ago, it might even have been the last episode, I spoke about how the smaller builds in the village, tower, that purple roof over there, look better to me than this larger build. And potentially than this larger build. But, that being said, here, of the 5 new buildings I've added that one, and I've added these 3 down here. This one is my favorite. Now on the inside they're all very barren. I haven't done any interiors on any of them. But this large one is by far my favorite of the lot. Its scale just works very well for me. The chimneys look great. Let's land on a tree. I like it a lot. I like them all a lot. I also like that I've added a couple more trees. I've put in azalea trees all over the place, which adds a different hue of green. Like oak green, you can see it over there the best. This right in front of us is an oak tree. That is a jungle tree. You really have to focus to see the difference in that green. But an azalea tree's green, that almost looks savanna-esque. I know it isn't. And if I were to put an azalea tree in the savannah, it would be drastically different. But It is slightly desaturated in comparison, and I like that a lot. So we've built the houses. I've got a shulker monster forming over there. Let's walk through them. And I do think that the best direction to walk through them from is from the bottom. So here we have, I like how we can now use walls like this and they form a smooth surface. Like those aren't solid blocks, those are just walls, stone walls. And they recess while technically being on the same plane as my corner posts. Absolutely love it. Again, nothing inside, it's really small, really simple, but it brings in color and high contrast because it has that bright blue with the dark deep slate and then oak. I don't have a lot of oak buildings though, my walkways are oak. Oof. Here we have another one. This one is really, really tiny, just 2x4 on the inside, but it does have a bed in it so that we can sleep. This one, probably my least favorite of the lot, although what I've done to the bottom I think has saved it quite a bit. These corner posts, those weren't initially there, I just had these spruce fences go all the way down. Didn't work too well. It's a very tall building, especially with its tall pitched roof. Those corner posts definitely helped to ground it a little bit. But again, ooh, I have a tree that grew through it. I don't have my hoe. Okay, this was an accident. No one saw that. Never happened. Wasn't there. We have a view. And this one even has a bit of an outside patio porch space, just covered in greenery, though you do have what is essentially a factory or a warehouse of some sort right next to it, so oof. And then you're met by a wall. I don't know how I feel about this, but I like the face of the building in general, so it's gonna stay. Very stark. Again, I've used diorite. Why have I used diorite? I never used diorite. Very rough on the inside, but big. We might even build something inside of this building in a next episode. Because there's a lot of room in here for something. About as much room, I think, as is in our cocoa bean farm. And then the first one I built, which is a really tiny, intimate little build. I had to build this retaining wall first because I had to clear away a rather large portion of the hill here to make it fit. Again, small, nothing extravagant, nothing inside of it, just a bed, so that I have a space to sleep. Moving on. Up next is going to be this space down here. Now I've already laid out the initial makings of a road, and this is not going to be a very formal, like, I'm not going to have buildings here. I'm thinking more market stalls, maybe a couple of tents here and there, carts and wagons. Because this is just where the visitors coming from the docks, way out over there, and the native settlers, the villagers of this area, would meet kind of halfway. I know it's not halfway, it's just on their doorstep, but this is their halfway meeting point. That's where they're going to trade. Now the reason I'm doing this one the way I'm going to do it, and the way I'm going to do it is in a time-lapse, but the reason this one is going to be in a time-lapse, and none of what I've just done was in a time-lapse. It's because one, this is on a flat area, so it's a lot easier for me to plan, whereas that, I kind of made it up as I went along, and there was a lot of me just running back and forth, and it literally took me 3 or 4 hours to build that. That would have been an insane time-lapse to edit and crunch down. Whereas here, I've got a flat open space, and I have a pretty good idea of what I want to do here, and what the main form factor is going to be, so I can do layouts, I can set boundaries of buildings, and I can do a time-lapse in stages. I can lay everything out, then I can build a couple, and I can show you how, and I think that'll be a lot better in the form of a tutorial-like time-lapse for you guys to watch while I do this. So, my friends, if you're ready, and I really hope you are, because you don't have much of a choice, this is happening whether you like it or not, hold on to your seatbelts, because we're rolling that time-lapse clip right now. And there she is, our little trade post. It's actually quite a substantial little trade post, I think. I'm happy. I've got a whole bunch of different little tents out here, market tents, market stalls, actual tents where the traders might stay. They've got their carts. Now these carts, I don't imagine that they bring these carts with them on a ship, but these carts are probably lent to them, or the merchants coming from across the seas would rent them from the people here so that they could just ferry their goods back and forth from the eventual shipyard that we're going to be building over here. Not today though. Nope. I think I'm done building for today. I'm tired. This is many hours of building now. So let's instead change pace a little bit, because we do still have a bit of time left, and I forgot a trapdoor right there. Boop and boop. Okay, that is fixed. Now we can get on to what it is that I would like to do for what is left of this episode. It involves finally doing something with this very big, very empty ground floor of our little starter house, of our storage room, and I've been using the storage room diligently for the last 8 episodes that we have been in this 1.18 setting. My friends, I think it's time to link up with the old world again. This is not going to happen just overnight. We're busy expanding this village out. We're going to do the docks and the shipyards and all those things, the thematic connection in the next episode. But in this episode, I want to connect up physically again. That, I think, we're going to do through the Nether. So, I have some obsidian and I have a flint and steel, and I think we need to link up our Nether Portal here. I want to put it against that big blank wall. However, if I were to just put it in and I were to level it with this floor, I would need to go up 1, 2, 3 blocks, and then we would need the next level. But if I just take that slab out, I'm going to be cutting into the storage room's floor, so I don't want to do that. Instead, I think I need to drop at least a portion of this floor down a block. And that is going to be our portal. It's a nice square 3x3 portal. I could make it wider, but I think I'd rather leave this space around the edges for some decoration. Don't know exactly what, we might come back to that towards the end of the episode, but now we can go ahead and light said portal. I'm probably gonna have to fly back to the old world now, and we're gonna have to check some coordinates and do some maths and comparisons and things. Give me a second. There's also a lead salesman. Hello? I have my wallet out. Oh, you actually sell nice stuff. You may live for now, sir. I am curious about this. By the way, guys, we're back at the old world. Look at it. Look at this beautiful village we built. I've actually really missed this place. We spent 20 long episodes living here. Fred, is that you? It is Fred! Wow, your boat is getting fancy, Fred! Wait, I gotta have a look at this thing. Just wanna come over to this side. Ooh, look at that! I don't know if I like your banners, Fred, but you're cruising in style these days. I might have built the docks a tad too big if this is what the llamas were going when they were gonna build better boats. But, you know, hi Fred. It's been a while. Yeah, ooh. For the day that you return to your great empire. It is a great empire, isn't it? And we now have 2 of them. We have the New World and the Old World. Ooh. Where do the llamas get all this wool? Because they've always been giving me white wool. Do they shear themselves? I wonder if they shear themselves. Massive storage room again. I left it in a mess. How dare I have left this place in such a mess? Hello, Banjo. Hello, unnamed cat. We're home, the old world. I need to stop getting distracted. Priorities, my friends, priorities! That is correct, we need to stay focused because we did not return to the old world to actually return to the old world. Nope, we're just hijacking its nether portal. Temporarily. Now, I have not been into the end since I updated to 1.18. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, that I did not reset the end. Excellent. Perfect. Which direction do we need to go? I think... yes, that's gonna get bigger in the negative. And we just want to go a couple blocks this way. So basically we just need to take this tunnel and dig it straight out like 130 blocks. That shouldn't be too hard. Hoo-wee, that was quite a bit of blackstone and basalt I had to dig through. Wasn't a lot of fun, but we now have a 3x3 square tunnel leading all the way to x negative 172, which is where we need to be. There are my coordinates, and we need to be at z negative 22, which is just one block that way. So I'm pretty sure... oh, magma cubes. I'm pretty sure if I just build the portal here on the end of this tunnel, we should be fine. But I'm going to build it here on the end, like off to the side, just so that I can continue this tunnel in the future if I ever develop the need to do so. So yeah, I'm gonna build the tunnel here, I think. Just check these values. I want to be exactly here, so that needs to be my center point. Get rid of that. That's a 5 wide one. Perfect. So then we can dig out 3 there, and we can dig out 3 there, only 3. Now hush, I know I'm not building a full portal, but you can't even see that it's not a full portal. Let's go ahead and light that. Now theoretically this portal should bring us out to the one we built in our New World starter house. So let's, fingers crossed, let's see. Oh, happy days, that worked! That worked a charm. Since I have access to it, I'm just gonna go ahead and dump all of this new materials that I got from digging that tunnel out here. I don't want it. I'm not gonna use it anytime soon, so we can leave it all right here. And we can get ourselves organized again. I think the bow can also go in there. The rest stays with me. What's next? Yes, I have a plan. I think... do we have... oh, yes, we have tons of ender pearls. Blaze powder? Some. That should be enough. Let's go ahead and make some eyes of ender. Because, my friends, another thing I would like to get done in today's episode is link ourselves back up to the end. Unfortunately, when I reset chunks, I wasn't very smart, and I reset the chunks that our fortress was located in. So we no longer have access to that. And if I remember correctly, I did realize this mistake, but too late. And I checked, and I went through the nether portal that we had for the fortress, and it just dropped us out in a random location. Obviously the coordinates were correct, but there wasn't a fortress there anymore. The fortresses reset in this world, you know, seeds and everything are different now, so we need to find a new fortress. Yeah, okay, still going out that way. I know that the old fortress was in this direction. Wait, I want that eye back. There it is. So, let's go ahead and fly off in this direction. And let's go and find that fortress again. First but the land, since I flew off. And I swear this is not my mesa. My mesa is somewhere in that general direction. My X and my y, Z coordinates actually need to swap to be in my mesa. But let's go ahead and check. Yep, still need to go in that direction. So let's pick that one up and keep going. Nope. Give me my rockets back. I just threw another pearl and it actually went backwards. Yeah, okay, so this is back towards the old world village. So let's go this way a little bit. We've flown over it now. Let's come up to the top of this here mountain. Let's try it again from here. Still going in that direction, okay. We're getting quite lucky again. We haven't lost a pearl yet. Let's land here on this kind of stone beach and see. No, now it's going back that way. Okay. So it is in this landmass around here somewhere. So I threw it and it went down, disappeared into the ground and popped up over here. So I think this is pretty much it. I'm just going to jump into the water here and see, maybe we can see a fortress. Probably not. That's a light source. Is that just moss? That's just moss. God dang it, moss. Okay, not there. Okay, it doesn't seem like we're gonna have that kind of luck to just see the fortress in the water. Okay, well, let's pop back out again. And I'm gonna go ahead and throw this guy again. Okay, going that way. And again, still going that way. Aww, our first break. Still. Aha, see, that time it didn't. Where is it gonna pop up? Right there. Okay, we're gonna dig here. Do I want to dig straight down? Probably not. That sounds like it would be a terrible idea. So let's spiral. Haha! There it is. Okay, we have found the fortress. Excellent, excellent. Now, if I'm not mistaken, theoretically, since this is your start staircase thing, the portal usually isn't very far from there. Probably not. Of course, I could be very wrong. These things are very confusing, and I have no idea how to navigate them. At all. Nothing in there. Hey! Quickly, let's break this guy. Gone. Alright. Oh, poop! It spawned one. It spawned two! Go away. Go away. Go away. Die, vermin. Die, vermin. Die. Okay, vermin died. Oh, wow. I have never seen a portal with not a single eye. Ah! Vermin! Vermin! Rat! Rat! Go away! Pestilence! Did I bring... Why did I not bring a bucket? That wasn't very smart of me. Oh well. There's another! There be another! I think that's all of them. I really hope that's all of them. Okay, now that that's done, let's just place some torches around here. And then let's link this guy up. My friends, if I made a very big mistake and I accidentally reset the end, this is gonna be a very impromptu dragon fight right now. I don't think that I did, but it is possible that I did. Actually, you know what? No. I'm not gonna jump in there right now. I'm gonna set up a portal. So this is the portal to the old world. And if we move in this direction towards the new world portal, this tunnel goes to the old fortress, the old end portal. Whereas this tunnel goes to the new one. This is the tunnel that we need to go through, and let's just avoid that slime, magma thing. And this tunnel is actually a lot longer than the last one, so this fortress is a lot further from the old world. I don't know. Hey, it worked! That was my first time coming through it. And now we see if this works. Fingers crossed, my friends. Please? please? Enderman. Yay! This looks promising. Oh, happy days. The Ender is still here. My friends. It's good to be back. I'm just gonna mend up my pickaxe because I've done a lot of nether mining so far. It's really sad to say, but I don't think I'm ever going to be using that spider spawner farm ever again, because I mended up that pickaxe in about 10 seconds versus the 10 minutes it would have taken me at the spider farm. Oh, it's good having the good farm back. Well, my friends, it's been a very productive episode. Yes, it has. We built 5 new buildings onto the New World Village, not including the whole market space that we built here at the bottom and the long road, but we also connected the New World to the Old World via the Nether, and we found a new fortress that took us back to the end, which we also linked up in the Nether. Ridiculously productive, I know! My friends, if you've enjoyed today's episode, you know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, my friends, have an absolutely brilliant one. That was my face. Just like that.